Elsie.
And I'm Debbie.
And we're two sisters Southern cooking.
Hey y'all, it's Debbie. So we are having breakfast for dinner tonight. So we are doing regular buttermilk pancakes. Nothing in it. There's not going to be any blueberries like we normally try to jazz things up. We want to give y'all a simple recipe that you can have at home and it's easy to make. I have two different bowls that I'm going to be whisking and mixing my stuff in. So my wet ingredients is separated from my dry ingredients. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up my wet ingredients now. And I have 4.5 cups of buttermilk. Now I have to tell you, we ended up with about almost 4 cups of buttermilk, and if you do not have buttermilk in your house, a lot of people don't buy it. There's a quick way of making it. 1 teaspoon of white distilled vinegar with 1 cup of whole milk, and that, let it sit and let it get a little frothy, and you will have your own buttermilk. So if you don't want to buy it from the store, that's the best and most economical way to do that. This buttermilk is a little thick though, and it's going to be so delicious. So you put all your wet ingredients in here. That includes vanilla, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, and a couple eggs that I've already whisked up off screen, and my cold melted butter. So I put it in the microwave, I melted it for like 30 seconds. Then I let it sit on the counter for about maybe 5-10 minutes to cool down. So it's cold right now. Look at that, it clabbers up that milk, that buttermilk. It does, it does. All right, I'm gonna set that aside. Now, there is tons of baking powder and baking soda in this recipe. For that, you have to expect that your pancakes are going to be really big. So we have salt, sugar, and we also have 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So these are going to be some thick, fluffy pancakes. This is buttermilk pancakes. So I'm just going to go ahead and stir this in here. And this is all-purpose flour. We use White Lily. You can use whatever you want, but just make sure it's all-purpose. Because if you do self-rising flour, you already have your baking powder and your salt in that. So, because I always underestimate myself, I got a big bowl and I'm going to put a lid on top of this until I'm ready to pour out my pancakes. So I'm going to go ahead and pour in my dry ingredients, and then I'm going to start drizzling in my wet ingredients. And that good old bowl there was Mom's bowl for the longest time. And then she gave it to Elsie. She said for us to pass on the traditions of good food made in that bowl. So we're keeping it alive. All right. So I'm going to slowly start adding in. You do not want to overwork your batter here. You just want to pour it in slow enough and just keep whisking it around until you get it all mixed together. Okay, it's getting a little cakey in the bottom here, so I'm just going to kind of get that incorporated. We're just going to get it just mixed just enough, and you see that bubbling there? That is a true sign of a good pancake, because when you have bubbles like that, it means that the buttermilk and the baking soda and all those ingredients are working. That's what you want. All right. I don't want to overwork it, but I need to make sure that all this flour is fully incorporated in the liquid. All right. Next step is when we come back and we put it on our griddle, and we're going to make some good pancakes, y'all. So stay tuned. It's Debbie. I am back, and for Christmas, Mom got Elsie and I a 2-burner little stovetop that we can put it on our prep station. So that is very helpful when we're doing multiple things at once, like Elsie is preparing the scrambled eggs and the grits, and I'm going to go ahead and get started on the pancakes. So we can have 2 cameras running at the same time, and we have 2 different stove setups. So we have the little 2-burner here. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with the buttermilk pancakes now. So I'm going to move this closer so I don't have like dribble all over the place. And I have a little, it's like a little scoop. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. And go ahead and get started on making these pancakes. So stay tuned. Perfect. All right, this smells so good because there's a little bit of sweetness in this because we have sugar inside of the batter, and the buttermilk is just, my mouth is watering right now because it smells so good. We're gonna make a bunch of pancakes, so I'm gonna do a couple on screen and then I'm gonna do the rest off screen, and we'll be back. Make sure you spray between each time that you get ready to put your batter in. And then you will notice like little bubbles that will be popping on here as it's cooking, so you know that it's starting to cook through, and you should be getting ready to turn that. So just keep that in mind. Watch this. You'll see some couple of the bubbles. See that? And pop it. And then you know that you'll be getting ready to turn your pancakes. There's 2 more. There's 2 large bubbles there. I'm just waiting for them before I turn it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it. There we go. All right, we're gonna enjoy this for dinner tonight, and we will see you guys at our next video. You have a blessed night.
I'm Elsie.
And I'm Debbie.
And we're Two Sisters Southern Cooking.
Please like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you.